All righty then. All right, here we go. So, welcome to the stream, Man Without Borders, take one. Uh, so basically, I'm actually sitting here waiting for uh my colleagues, my friends to get on. So if they want to jump on while I'm going through this stuff, it's all good. But I just want to get on here and talk about a couple of things we were that was going on this week. So I'll just lay them out right now. One, two, three, four. One, President Biden withdrew from the race. Second, TNT loses their NBA rights to Amazon. Three, I guess LeBron and Coco Gauff set to carry the Olympic flags. And four, Bronny James's NBA prospects. So those are the two things. Hey, what's up, GBs? You're muted though.
Yeah, they got the TV on. They was talking, so I muted it.
Man, tell them to shut the hell up. This is important. Shut the hell up. But all right. So hey, you got any specific talk? Actually, this isn't live, so I'm recording this so that I can edit it and make it look decent, and it'll just be, won't be this long hour and a half, broadcast stuff. So I'll edit it and then I'll put it up there. So is there anything you were thinking that would be worth talking about that you have some 2 cents about that you wanted to get out there?
Not really. I mean, nothing that sticks out that I want to talk about. Of course, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm just rolling with you. Whatever you
You want to talk about your job, job?
job. Now, I don't want to slander myself.
All right.
Foot said Kamala Harris, but that ain't my. I ain't talking about that.
Yeah, we could since it's like recent news. I mean, I'm not a political person, but
Right.
I could get my 2 cents on it, even though maybe about 25 to 45% of the stuff I come out of mouth might be wrong. But I'm just say what I know.
She don't want to hear it anyway.
Who?
Kamala.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. He is a sister though, but
in general.
what did he say?
He said, "Man, get your thing up, man." Well, I mean, if you want to talk on it, because I ain't gonna be spinning phones and relaying messages.
Right.
So.
All right. All right. So I don't want to be on here all night. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I do have is I think today Biden went um, public from the Oval Office, and he tried to explain why he dropped out of the race for this year. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it, but I was still trying to figure out where the explanation was. We already know why he dropped out, but I guess it was his platform to say why he dropped out, and I really didn't. He really didn't say. He just gave a lot of hoopla about this is our nation, we must protect democracy, blah 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 blah. So here's the thing: without being too biased, just being, we have Donald Trump. He's running for office. He's the presumptive Republican nominee.
Right.
And then Kamala Harris, she is going to be the presumptive Democratic nominee. And those are the two major players at the moment. There might be some other people that might be on the ballot come election time that nobody knows about or anything like that. So those people might take votes away from either Trump or Harris.
Right.
Um, so I'll start with just my 2 cents. And if you have any thoughts, fine. If not, we can move on. Uh, but I think this is going to be an interesting time. So people can either vote for Donald Trump, who lost the office the last election and then attempted to say that everything was rigged and cats cheated and pretty much incited a riot at the Capitol. And then he was also just recently convicted. He's an actual felon, literally in the United States of America, running for office.
Right.
Okay. Then on the other hand, you have Kamala, who is the current vice president, now the Democratic nominee. She worked in law enforcement. She was like a attorney general or something, governor or something like that, where she was in charge of the legal system, something to that effect, where she was before she became vice president.
I think she
Uh,
was district attorney, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, she
and
was on.
she is a female and she is black.
There's a lot of questionable things too.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the stuff that I read was unjustified. Like I did read where it was unjustifiably put on her that she was locking up a whole bunch of people because of some marijuana charges and locking them up for life or whatever the case may be. That turned out to be false.
Right.
Um, so I mean, those are like the two main things. You have some, a lot of people in this country racist. A
Right.
lot of people in this country are sexist. Like I'm not voting for a female, and that's probably why. Which would call it what Clinton lost because they didn't want to vote for a woman, and now Kamala has two things against her. She's a woman and she's black.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
she's
then,
running against someone who people somewhat consider her somewhat of a racist, pretty much.
Hey,
she said a couple things that a lot of black people shouldn't like. I don't know if they will or not. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
man.
You could say,
Yeah, I do understand that. And those are your choices, man. And,
I
and
don't.
the thing is, if you don't like either of the candidates and you don't vote, that's even worse, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to swing this. You know what I'm saying? Is if you don't like neither of the candidates or you don't approve of neither of the candidates, it's like, okay, what you gonna do?
How
you can't do nothing wrong.
how's it worse when they're both bad, and if you just don't vote, you're not helping either one of them.
That's right. But you might be helping one of them by not voting because it's one less vote for one of the persons you don't or
Okay,
really don't want.
so which one are you leaning toward?
I mean, to some people, if you are a person that doesn't like either of the candidates, then you're looking at a case of, okay, which is the lesser of the two evils?
Does
You
that
know,
even make sense though?
it kind of does because do you want to live on the second floor of hell or you want to live on the sixth floor of hell?
The
It just
thing,
depends.
the thing is, to me, do you know which one is hell and which one ain't? so, so
Well,
hey,
we got a taste of what the Republican hell
no, we
is.
got a taste of both. She's in there right now. We got a taste of both.
Well, she ain't the one in charge though. She ain't the
Uh,
one in charge right now. So
she's in the cabinet. It's gonna be the
yeah.
same. It's gonna be the same thing.
You put her in
No, I think it might be different. It might be different because, like,
automatic.
Barack and Biden, that was vice president, president, and when Biden got in, it was different than what Obama was preaching. You know what I'm saying?
I I feel do whatever you can sleep with it. And I can speak with not voting for either one of them.
I tell you.
You know, I don't want to play Russian roulette. It's open.
I can see it now. Trump wins by 1 vote in Franklin County because 1 person didn't vote. But anyway, I'm gonna slide away from that one. So that's what's happening with that. That's my thoughts on that. So I mean, we'll see. I want to see how the debates go. See what happens there. See how each of the candidates, their composure, how they handle themselves.
My bad. I had to grab the door real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Just see how they handle themselves. So I got to see a little bit more from like their when they go up against each other. Um, what did you say? You got something to say? The person off camera got something to say?
Yeah.
How's your pockets feeling for the last 4 years?
I can't hear him. He said something about hot pockets.
How's your pockets feeling for the last 4 years?
I'm gonna be honest, it's been kind of about the same. To be honest with you, maybe it hurts. Might be businesses, business owners and stuff like that. But
$4 gas.
It's been like that before when Trump was in office. Ain't sweating it.
That was ups and downs, but
Yeah. All right, let me move on then. All right, so also today, TNT officially lost their NBA rights. Like before, they were being outbid by Amazon to host NBA games. And then TNT had, or their parent company, had the option to match what Amazon did. So I believe it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, they actually matched what Amazon was offering. But today comes out, the NBA says they partially matched what Amazon was offering. And so that's why they decided just to go with Amazon instead of TNT. And now TNT is talking about, they're going to follow due process and try to fight, whatever the ruling was for the NBA and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, if you looked at Amazon's deal and you were going to match it, you should have matched it word for word, dollar for dollar. There should be no discrepancy about anything.
right.
To me, it looks like they tried to do that and then cut some stuff out, hoping the NBA wouldn't notice or worry too much about because of the long-standing partnership they had, and it didn't work out.
Right.
And so now they're on their ass, without an NBA deal. That's what it seems like to me. You heard about this today?
Nah, I haven't heard about that. I haven't been catching that. And I don't have my computer in front of me right now, so I can't really.
Yeah, so that's basically what the gist was. And before the TNT crew, the NBA TNT crew was already talking about this is going to be our last year or next year and blah blah, because they didn't have no faith that their company was going to match. You know what I'm saying? It was the end of the deal and stuff like that. So now everything has come to fruition, and now officially it's over for the TNT crew. So I mean, I feel a little bit bad because I did that was like my favorite, NBA
Right.
crew.
Right.
After and before and between games and stuff like that. So I'm trying. Barkley already said he's going to retire. So I'm trying to figure out what.
Man.
I'm pretty sure somebody's going to pick up Shaq.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to pick Shaq up to help. I think he was like on NBA TV a couple of times helping out and stuff like that. But I don't know what Kenny the Jet Smith or even the Godfather, as they might say, what he's going to do. Yeah, Ernie. He's a good host too.
Yeah, Ernie's cool. Ernie is knowledgeable about the game and the players within.
Yeah, and everybody's cool with them. So Man, good luck to TNT. Like I said, like what else does TNT have going for it? What other programming do
They
they
better
have?
movie lineup up.
Yeah,
And
they got the TNT movies, but
that's it.
yeah, it's like dang, viewership's going to go down. I think, but maybe
Like
not. Maybe they'll pick something else up. I don't know.
like what?
Ah, I,
Ball.
I know ESPN also picked up the WNBA stuff, so they can't go for that. So
Grab some pickleball, some tennis or something.
yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. But sorry, TNT. So sad to see y'all go. I hope Amazon does right. I don't know what type of programming they're gonna have, but it's Amazon, so you're gonna have to have Amazon Prime to watch the basketball games. You just can't flip on your cable. And then last I checked, I'm not sure, but I don't think Amazon Prime is a cable channel. Is it?
It's a streaming.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a streaming service.
that's it.
So Cass is going to have to pay some another fee like Hulu or whatever just to watch some NBA games.
And
So that's
prime
crazy.
prices are gonna go up. You already know that.
Yeah. And the thing is with TNT, because now they don't have the basketball package, now they can't charge as much to the cable companies. They're going to have to go down on their pricing,
Mhm.
which hopefully it will decrease some people's cable bills. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway,
All right.
all right, let me move on. Unless you got something else about that.
Nothing else about TNT. They're done.
Yeah, all right, they're done. Okay, so second to the last thing that I do have, it was voted earlier this week or last week that LeBron James was going to be the official flag carrier for the U.S. for the Olympics, which actually the opening ceremonies is this Friday
Mm.
for the Olympics. He was voted on. He was actually nominated by Steph Curry. Steph Curry submitted the nomination for LeBron to be the flag bearer, and then everybody voted on it for the Olympic athletes, and it came out LeBron. And just recently, for the female side, it was voted that tennis for phenom Coco Golf,
Oh, that's
uh,
dope.
that she's going to be carrying it for the women at the
That's dope.
Olympics. Yeah, I thought that was dope too. I just read about that before I got on that Coco was going to be the flag bearer. All right, that's what's up.
I wish the U.S. showed its much love to its black citizens as they do their black athletes. That'd be super dope.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. But again, that's dope that both of them um, much agreed upon with LeBron because he's like, for the female, I was kind of looking for. I mean, I'm fine with Coco, but my female athlete of this Olympics is Sydney Levrone. What's her name? The 400-meter hurdler.
Okay.
Yeah, she broke the world record every time she runs the dang on thing.
Oh, damn.
I would have went with her. McLaughlin, Cindy LeBron, McLaughlin LeBron. I knew I was gonna get her name. I don't know if you've seen her run at all or what she looks like,
I ain't
but you might want to look her up, brother. Woo! But she's dope. Um, or Shakiri, but this is her first Olympics, so and I understand how LeBron, because he's been to so many, has so many golds and stuff like that. So I understand that.
right.
Um, like I said, female, I'm fine with whoever they've selected. No issues whatsoever. Um, if you had to choose out of all of the Olympic athletes that you could think of that would be at the Olympics, because I heard some people be like, it's good to see a tennis player and a basketball player, but I'd like to see like a hammer throw player or a javelin person,
They could
hold the flag.
honorable mention or something, or give them like a, you know what I mean? I don't.
Getting a
Me,
little
it's not. It's
presidential
sport
flag.
doesn't
So
hold weight. I don't think to. You know what I mean? I don't want to belittle them or nothing, but when you think about Olympics, you like right now, you automatically go to basketball or tennis or something like that, where we down track.
yeah, track. I think track. Like when we say Olympics, that's the first thing I think. Track. Who's running?
Yeah, something like that. But I definitely ain't thinking. Look, I done forgot what you call it again. What it was the other sport you mentioned?
Javelin, hammer
Yeah,
throw.
not thinking of it at all for sure.
So are you an Olympic watcher? Do you watch the Olympics?
Track, basketball. I will watch some of the hammer if I can. You know, I ain't gonna make it a thing to watch it, but if I turn it on and it's on, I'll catch a little bit of the javelin, hammer throws, and a little field of
So,
it.
so you know what's going on as far as like the competition levels and like the sprints and stuff like that. Like
Who's
who's to
the,
look out for?
um? I know. Shit, what this dude's name? Got a funny name, but the American dude was
You mean
everybody was
Noah Lyles?
more lives. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm hip
Yeah,
to, and some other dude just came on the radar. That's supposed to be pretty slick, but he ain't from the USA though.
yeah. There was a talk about some dude from Jamaica
Mm.
that might be able to, you know, get it,
Get
get that
it.
100. Yeah, he's running a pretty fast 100, so that's going to be exciting and interesting. I'm interested to see that, and then on the women's side, of course, Shakiri
Yeah,
Richardson going
sure.
against the Jamaicans, but there's another runner that I did like that is competing for the 200. And I'm not talking about Gabby Thomas. She's there, but there's another 200 runner. I
Mm-hmm.
think she's from like Texas A&M. I think her last name is Long. Man, she could flat out run. I saw her run during like I think it was the NCAA finals or something like that. Man,
Mm-hmm.
she was getting it, bro. Like, oh man, I'm a root for her. And then she ran in the trials. She didn't make the 100 team,
Mm-hmm.
but she made the 200 team. I'm like, hey, I'm a root for her to win
Right.
if she gets out there. So yeah, but
That's
that's
dope.
cool. That's cool. But I'm glad for LeBron and Coco carrying the flag. Of course, this will more than likely be LeBron's last Olympic hurrah,
Yeah,
and yeah, and for as many accolades that Steph Curry has, this is going to be his first Olympics as well, which is crazy to think about. Um, but hopefully they'll be able to bring home the gold. They had a couple struggles, had a couple struggles, but
yeah. Making the games,
heck yeah. Uh,
but I think
and,
they.
and you know what statistic that I saw earlier today?
What's
You
that?
know how people like to always compare LeBron, MJ, the
Right.
heirs and stuff like that. Like, whoa, MJ never lost the final and blah blah blah, whatever.
Ridiculous.
So now they're talking about okay, the U.S. is close competition, close games against this competition, but MJ's dream teams they were blowing cats out by 50. And so the statistic that I saw recently was that like, and I might be up on the numbers or down on the numbers, but the number of NBA players that played on other teams
Oh yes.
during the Jordan Olympics was only like six NBA players total throughout all the other teams that were playing. And
Yes.
then for this one, there's like 59 or something like that from what I saw.
Yeah.
Six or something like that. Something crazy. Which
Definitely
okay, that might affect, the
competition for sure.
yeah, and getting blown out or not getting blown out and stuff like that. Like so I would rather see more of a domination from the US team, but I'm not really surprised by the close games at
That's. Not,
all.
I mean, yeah. competition is evolving. It's getting better every year, faster. You know what I mean? Jumping crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
And
ridiculous.
in the last two games I saw, LeBron was the one that bailed him out. He started playing bully ball. It's
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't letting these cats beat me.
All right. Like, yeah.
All
Stay.
right. Speaking of LeBron, this is my last subject matter because I think I've been recording for 25 minutes.
All right.
Bronny James. What do you think?
I think that was dope. I think every normal father that wants to see their child prosper and even walk in their footsteps somewhat would want to be able to do that for their son, for sure. I mean, if
Hmm.
not, that's on them. I know I would. So I think it was dope.
Okay. Do you think it was the right move?
Um, he's just as talented as a lot of people that went in the draft. So yeah, for sure.
So you think it was the right move for him to stay in the NBA draft and whether or not he got drafted or not
Yeah,
and
because
continue on?
he figured he would get drafted, and then
Yeah,
he and they say it was a bad deal, and why would they give him that? They made his salary in jersey sales alone in probably the first couple of minutes.
that is true. That is true. I will give you that. I will give you that. Um, okay. That's a different than my take.
What's your take?
And my take is basically it's not it wasn't based off now stuff. It was based off even before the draft. So here's this kid, a freshman in college. You know, he got off to a late start because he had his health issues. But once he got on the court, he wasn't good enough to even be the starter on his team.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing from the bench. And then when he did get in the game, he was only getting limited minutes. You know, so if you're like a good bench player, you're gonna get probably just as many minutes as the starter, you know, being substituted here and there and stuff like that. But he was getting limited minutes, averaging, I don't know what his average was. It wasn't that much of an average as a bench freshman.
Right.
And then he decides he wants to come out and go into the draft. Me, I thought that was a mistake. I thought he probably could have benefited from at least another year in college. Um, Hopefully to fine tune his game to get more competition under his belt at the collegiate level. Because I was looking at some of his games in the G League.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed.
Right.
I'm be honest with you.
Well,
They even had like some audio of you saw this of Jalen Brown commenting about Bronny James.
but then they showed Jalen Brown's G League numbers, and Bronny's were better than
Yeah,
his.
yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You never know.
But yeah, the thing is like for someone who was like I don't know when Jalen Brown was drafted or if he was drafted or whatnot, but like for a true freshman bench rider, minimum minutes, not a lot of points per game, as well as the other stats, and then trying to just let me just hit the NBA up. I honestly thought it could have used at least one more year in college. At
So,
least one more year in college.
is
Because basically what he's gonna be doing is spending um he's not gonna unless something spectacular happens where Rob Pelinka says, you know what, let's go ahead and make history and get him on the roster for a game. You know what I'm saying, to play with his dad or something like that. It wouldn't be because of the talent need. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
I think you
With the
got to
bench.
look at this. Well, you don't have to, but I look at it like this. He had something major happened in his life, right? Life is short, not promised to
Yeah.
you. He has an opportunity to get up out of there. I think that was the smartest thing he could have done.
But I mean, he's coming from a rich family, though. It's not like
It
he's
don't matter. He
good
don't.
living.
I mean, his life was in danger. It wasn't his family's life.
But it was his health. It was his health.
Right. His life was like, you know what I mean, right? Or no? Is his health not his life? Or what am I wrong? But it's just like injuries in college. Most you don't want to really stick around and risk getting hurt again.
Yeah,
And
but based off his stats, he wasn't no second round talent.
people know with Bronny, they've been watching him all his life for real. Okay, after the scare, he coming back. This is his first year coming back from the scare. Of course, he's trying to see what he can really do right now. But
I guarantee you.
knowledge of his whole life over that span, people know he's ready. I mean, you know what
But
I mean?
I guarantee you, if the Lakers didn't select Bronny in the second round, nobody would have.
Because they're scared of what happened for real. Besides that, they weren't talking about him for no reason before he was going to college.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
he was All-American. Yeah.
People know
McDonald's All-American.
after something like that, you're gonna be kind of, you know what I mean? Until you get back all the way on your feet in the confidence like you had it before. So I think they knew what type of athlete he was for sure. They got record of it. And they didn't make a bad decision. Nobody made a bad decision.
Yeah. Okay.
Bronny nor the Lakers to me.
Well, it definitely has to go through a development period because prob whatever league they continue to have during the season or whatnot, he'll definitely benefit from that,
Right.
especially keep playing. I think like the last couple of games, he actually did pretty decently. But that G League season is so short, so we'll see what happens. During this next stretch of seasons and see how he develops. I hope the best for him.
Right.
I really do hope that he thrives and shows people wrong, etc., and stuff like that. Based off of that. Well, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I wish the best for him too. I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be all right.
That's what's up. Oh, by the way, did you hear about this? I think it was like a sixth grader or something like that. That was like dunking and
I
it was
have heard.
crazy.
I don't know how they've been.
It's like this tall dude that looked like he should have been in high school or something like that,
Right.
playing against other eighth graders. Like, what the hell? First round pick.
Oh, was it the foreign guy you talking about? I might have seen
I
that.
think it was a foreign guy. And the same thing with there's this Chinese lady that's real tall as hell. She's like 7'6" it was some crazy length. You'll see it on YouTube. And she's like big. They're just throwing the ball up and she's just catching it and just like a layup into the hoop. I'm like, yeah, dang. NBA, WNBA, first round
Yeah.
pick.
Hopefully she mobile and she can move around.
Yeah.
All right.
If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, just look them up on the internet. Anyway.
I'll check
All
it
right.
out.
I'm about to close this out.
All right.
I want to thank Will Motivation for being our sponsor.
Good looking out.
And thank Clee, aka June, for saying he was going to get on, but he didn't. It's all good. And then also Background Foot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good looking out, fellas.
All right, man.
All
Peace
right.
out.
Peace.